Hello and welcome to round 3 of race-verse coverage of the PRI Formula Indy Series, coming to you from the hills of wine country at Laguna Seca Raceway, otherwise known as WeatherTech Raceway. We are here with a huge field of participants taking part in round 3, coming back across the pond from a long trip back over from last week's event at Monza. Currently watching right now Brian Kennedy, and now we're watching Neil Lusher on the track. Provisional pole is Piazza with a 107.7. Caleb Bensi with a 107.777. Last week's winner, Stiefert, 107.791. Whoa! Aiden, hold on. Uphill into the corkscrew, kind of regaining it there. Gonna start that lap over. Here's Gavin Sanders, sporting the all-black look. Here comes Alex Van de Sant. Let's see, he has a current, I don't think he's taking a current time as of yet. Still a lot of time here left in qualifications, just under 5 minutes. Let's take a look at last week's results. Let's get those on the screen. I want to thank Matt for taking over the reins last week over a real quick family emergency. Appreciate that. Your winner last week was Nate Seifert, P2, Caleb Bensi, Armando Edwards, P3, and Dan Piazza, P4. Jeff Groff rounds out your top 5. Julian Altena, week 1 winner, finished in P6. Your pole position was Piazza, who looking like he's about 4 minutes and 25 seconds away from repeating that. Most laps led Nate Seifert, and led 1 or more laps. Looks like that was split between Gavin Sanders and Nate Seifert. Sanders, a defending champ, having a rough start to the season. 1 race and another 2 early DNFs. Actually, a late DNF in Indianapolis and an early DNF at Monza there is preventing his repeat defense. Well, actually, preventing the repeat right now, but it's making his defense a little bit tougher. Current point standings right now, Seifert is your points leader, followed by Altena, Bensi, Piazza, Groff, Munoz, Quinn, Claiborne, Nunemaker, and Edwards. As you see, positions 11 through 20 on the right there as well. Currently on screen, Matt Houston. He is in P14 in the championship, 28 points scored. Even missing last week's race. Team championship. As we got about 3 minutes, 15 seconds left in qual. Piazza is still your provisional pole setter. Caleb, actually, Gavin Sanders now P2. FBR Motorsports with Seifert and Zielinski. Zielinski. Sorry, that's the Polak in me. Zelenik is at 120. Team Raceverse and P2 at the 101. Old Dogs, 92. Kamagoi Esports with Team Vor there, 91, and Pack East Racing a bit of a distant 5th, but still within a good. Nate's burning out, practicing those starts on pit road there. But Pack East Racing 1 good finish away from getting back into the top 4 here with Groff and Jasper. There you see remaining 6 through 10 on the right side. Backfire north, backfire south, drive line. Melano, Zachary Esports, and Team Talent. Again, we're watching Seifert doing some burnouts on pit road here, practicing for that start. Probably see him do that quite a bit. Sporting the green car. We look back in race versus history, as near as we could tell, only 2 cars with the color green, primary color green, have ever won races in the series. So he broke the trend last week. Minute 48. Left as we are watching didn't need to watch the continued practice. There's Caleb Bensi just above his roll cage. He has called it quits. He is pretty much relegated himself to P3 as the best he can do with a 107.777. I'm pretty much sure that we're about done, so we probably should start getting a look at tonight's starting lineup. And here you go. Piazza, your provisional pole sitter from Club Italy, 107.7. Gavin Sanders, 107.718. Caleb Bency, Nate Seifert, last week's winner and your point champion and your point leader, at a 107.791 P4. Liam Quinn, P4. Austin Espiti at P6. We got to move through this, and P7th is Richiti. Rodrigo Munoz, P8, Baldwin, P9, Matt Houston, P10, Yoshikawa, P11, Snyder, and P12. DeMade, P13, Christopher Hill, P14, Jeff Groff, P15. He's got to help me with his name. I'm going to have a hard time with it. Zelenik, looks like he is P16, Galez, 17, and Schlegel, 18th. Nunemaker P19, Claiborne P20, Silva P21, Venezuela 22, Alec Wright 23, Spath 24th. Brian Kennedy P25, Zachary Flaum P26, Munoz P27, Goyette P28, JJ Wang with the P29, and Christopher Kresge with the 777 back in P30. Hayden Ehrman P31, Lusher P32, not taking time, Alex Van Asant VDS P33, long way to go. Summerall, I hope I'm saying that right, P34, Reardon P35, Ball and P36. And rounding out your 37 car field, Peter Donchak P37 will be shotgun on the field as we are in a small warm-up period, getting ready to do a standing start here in just a few minutes. Bit of a warm-up period here before we grid up. A little extra track time for everybody. We will shortly be getting ready to grid up here. Here we go. Getting ready to grid up. Watch him starting to grid up here. Queuing in on Caleb Bency there in P3. Trying to get Seifert dialed in here. Gavin Sanders there in P2. Getting ready to go. Not everyone on the grid. I think some people are taking some safe starts on pit road And we are away. Gavin Sanders is your leader. Caleb Vinci is falling in P2 here on the inside into the Andretti hairpin. Deeper braking is Gavin, but actually the smoother entry in for Vinci is going to allow him to come out as your leader. Seifert is now P3, followed by, let's see, we got Liam Quinn has moved up to P4, followed by Espiti, Hill, Rodrigo Munez, Matt Houston, and Isaac Snyder. It was Neil Lusher, one of the ones that are leaving from the pits, as we see a number leaving from the pits as well. Probably not a bad choice of start there. Going through the corkscrew here, going downhill. Coming into turn 10 and 11 area. There's last week's winner. You see the current ticker on the left portion of your screen with the gap to the leader. We'll get you the intervals so we can make sure we stay on top of the closest battles on the racetrack at the moment. Good battle forming back here for P7. Let's take a look back there with Munoz and Hill. Coming up into the corkscrew area. Cars get very light here, so a lot of cars having issues coming through there so far early on. This battle's looks like it is leveled out. Let's go back up to P3. Good battle forming right there. Car off into the turn there. Not sure who that was. Into the corkscrew, 788A, coming down in the 9 right here. Bottom of the hill 10. And then the race to 11, and then on to the main straight. Main straight has a bit of a dog leg, as you see there, goes uphill. Liam Quinn stalking Seifert right there in P4. Team Talent had looks like they had a good Indy Open race on the strength of field race on Monday. One of their cars won there at Pocono. This week is Pocono for Indy Open and Indy Fixed. As we are rapidly approaching the end of Season 3 of 2021 here on the iRacing service. Go back a little bit farther here, and also on Team Talent. Here's Austin Espedy. I hope I'm saying that right. He has himself about a 1.8 second back from his teammate. Behind him is Munoz, who we watched a little bit earlier. Munoz and his team participating in the Lionheart Series. Christopher Hill running with the title sponsor for PRI. If you want to get faster, PRI will train you to be the best driver you can be. 21 plus years of professional racing instruction experience. Check out PRI Precision Racing Instruction today on Facebook and Instagram for contact details. And I'll thank them for sponsoring the Formula Indy Series. You currently are watching the Sunset Arctic Grand Prix of Laguna Seca WeatherTech Raceway. Sunset Arctic was last season's title sponsor. I want to thank them for popping on here for a race. Good battle coming into the corkscrew between Munoz and Hill. We'll keep it here. Back up, then we'll focus on the battle here. Stalking them, Isaac Snyder down there in P8. With that multi-colored pixelated car there. Isaac Snyder says, tried my best. Hey, you know, sometimes that's all you can do. Here we got a battle for the outside developing with Christopher Hill looking to try to get a position on Munoz. I think that was JJ Wang there, allowing the faster traffic on by. Snyder is now in the mix here. That's it, Snyder. Just keep trying your best, man. Back another position. We'll look at Snyder in that 13. Throwing caution to the wind. Major Garage sponsored pixelated car. By far probably the most colorful car on the grid. Cody Claiborne back there in P9. A BDS looks like he did take some time. He is now up to 10th. For some reason, timing and scoring did not credit him for where he started. Let's take a look back there in 10th spot. There he is. Oh, car off. Not sure who that was. Still learning, in the process of learning these liveries. Normally I got 3 or 4 races to get them in, and of course missed last week, so still learning the liveries. That was one of the driveline cars, I'm sure. Teammate to Cody Claiborne here, who is being attacked by Alex Van de Sant. Driveline Sim Sport there. New colors this year in the purple instead of the green and black. Possibly throwing caution to the wind and getting rid of the bad luck green, going to the purple. Can't really go wrong with purple. Alex taking a look at the inside, coming into turn 11, not going to pull it off. Tucks back in down the main straight. Probably going to hit push to pass here and try to make a move. Down the front stretch, down into the Andretti hairpin. Side by side, he has the position. Alex Van de Sant up to 9th. Here's Dan Piazza. Again, started a little bit deeper back in the field than he wanted to. Not sure what happened to him at the start, but he is up to P11. And Evan here in the 11th and P12. Between them, they have a lapped car, and then it looks like we got Dakota DeMade in the title sponsor for the race. Locking up, coming into the hairpin. Had to take a little bit of an evasive action. Hayden Hermanson is also engaged here in this battle. Let's take a look here with the Fawn and Fanny car. He's going to take a look on the outside going into 10. Not going to be able to pull it off. He'll tuck right back in here, coming down to 11 and hit the main straight. Try to re-rack it again and get a run on Dakota. Dakota, the reigning and defending now Reddit IndyCar League champion. Hayden taking a peek on the inside, coming down into the Andretti hairpin. Not going to be able to pull it off. At Dakota, as the reigning defending champion, he is managed to secure the championship with one race to go. So we'll be at Gateway tomorrow, part of the Reddit IndyCar League. We'll be going under a new name and everything next season. Probably wait for an announcement on that one. But he has knocked off two-time champion Caleb Bency. Let's go back up to the front. There is Caleb Bency going around some lap traffic there. Might have been not quite sure who that was, but he's there's Neil Lusher going wide there in turn 11 to stay out of the way of everybody. But yeah, Caleb Bency was your two-time defending champion of the Reddit IndyCar League. He'll be going back to that 21 in that series, as the one will move to Dakota. Final race of the season covered here on Race First tomorrow. Right here about the same time. Check us out. It will be at Gateway, since the championship is already determined. And then come back on Thursday and join me and the Reddit IndyCar League's Turbo Series, Daredevil Turbo Series, and we will crown a champion. Alex Van de Sant, current leader there, as we will crown a champion at Gateway one way or another. Currently lap 10 of 56 here at Laguna Seca. Your current leader is Caleb Bency. He's pretty much led right off the bat. There was a good little battle between Caleb and Gavin going into turn 1. Caleb was able to brake a little bit deeper. Actually, Gavin was able to brake a little bit deeper, but Caleb with the smoother entry and exit out there and managed to be leading ever since. Got a lot of traffic in front of him. Another one of the driveline cars. I'm going to go wide there. Number of cars not on the lead lap. We started here with 37 cars, I do believe. We are now down to 20 on the lead lap, only 11 laps in. Some cars are having some difficulty here in the conditions on the racetrack today. Very dusty, very hot. Making for a slippery race surface. Probably going to see a lot of action. Already seeing some cars off to the side there through the corkscrew. Oh, Caleb trying to get on the inside look there. Munoz. Not Munoz. Again, still learning the Matt Houston back in 18th. Still learning the number of liveries here, folks. Sorry about that. So make that downforce kick in there for Seifker. We'll take a look here. He's just simply reeling them in because they are coming up against a lot of traffic. A lot of traffic on this race course right now. Normally I got a series of overlays going and I can... Is Gavin missing a front wing? Gavin is missing a front wing. I don't know how long that's been the case, but we have a one-wing angel on the race course. That's your defending series champion in the number 1, and he is currently limping a wounded car at the moment. I don't know if he notices or not that he has one wing, but he probably wants to hit pit road and hit that reset as quickly as possible. But if right now, if he's able to maintain pace or at least keep Nate behind him, he might just wait it out and try to get to that first pit window. Looking at probably 2 stops today, so probably the first stop will come around lap maybe 20 or so, give or take. Seifert taking a look on the inside and ready hairpin. Gavin going wide, giving room. Gavin off wide this time. That is, now it's not Christopher Hill. I believe that is Brian Kennedy, who is now the first car lap down there at P19 with that group. So he's allowing Liam Quinn on by in the title sponsor car. So that puts the next car to go a lap down Munoz, who is slow through the corkscrew. Struggling at the moment. There's a car sideways in the corkscrew. Down at the bottom of the corkscrew, there's P17 Matt Houston and the race first car. Ahead of him is Christopher Hill in that PRI car. Adam Wright. Haven't mentioned his name since the opening lineup there. He is currently P15. Pretty clear of everybody at the moment. The 87 flat black car. Nick Goyette right in front of him there, and P14. Going currently uphill into the corkscrew area right now. Think lap 24. I'm thinking about lap 24 is probably when most people will go. Yeah. Alex Van der Sant's moved up to 13th. Hayden Herman with a great drive and effort up to P12 here. Here he is, just coming over the hill, coming into the Andretti hairpin down the front stretch there. Currently trying to run down Evan in the P11, and the number 11 in P11. There we go. Dakota's around Evan there, and he has worked his way up into the top 10. Currently now trying to run down Cody Claiborne, who is in that Driveline Sim Sport car, just a few seconds ahead of him. Actually, just about a second and a half ahead of him. Showing the timing and scoring is showing currently Munoz as P2 and in the pits. That's not right. Timing and scoring is resetting at the moment. Cody coming up to, looks like, Christopher Kresge and the 777 and Neil Lusher. Kresge currently in P28. Currently showing Ball, Donchek, Reardon, Baldwin, and Nunemaker out. JJ Wang is currently in 32nd. I believe the last car rolling there. Zachary Flaum is out, I believe. John Silva currently sitting on pit road, undergoing a lengthy pit stop. Not sure what's going on here. Maybe we can get a better look at his car. No, not really seeing what's going on there. Maybe just a rough day for Silva. Good looking car though. Is Dory Ricciuti? I believe I'm saying that name right. If I'm not, please tell me, please correct me. He's right now P29 with, he might have the leader right behind him, as a matter of fact. No, he has actually, that would be Matt Houston. Yeah, Matt Houston in the double six there. Getting back up to the front. He's built himself about a 6-second lead, and he's getting ready to come around and lap his teammate here soon. Caleb Binsey started third, P1, running everyone down. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors. We're going to go side by side.
Are you suffering from apexitis? Do you often miss the podium when you know you could be on it? Are you not reaching your full potential as a driver? Ask your doctor if Prostruction is right for you. Side effects may include, but are not limited to, winning more races, faster lap times, better car control, better racecraft, finishing on the podium. For faster lap times, ask your doctor today about Prostruction.
We're back, and there is Christopher Hill, the head man there at PRI, running down Nick Goyette for position. That is for position on the racetrack. That is for P13. Gets the position, and now he's setting sail for Gavin Sanders, who is struggling at the moment with that one wing angel that is currently he's running at the moment. Actually, he's stopped and he's fixed. Did not see when he did that. Did most drivers opt for reds? Yeah, most did. Normally I run another overlay that gives me stats on who's on reds and blacks and who started on what. And we found that with the large fields, it tends to lag the performance. And I hate to say that because I have more than enough graphic memory and more than enough system memory and resources, but for whatever reason, all that API getting read just lags it. We'll probably be able to give you a better report maybe as the season goes along, and maybe some of the fields shrink a little bit. As you see there, Gavin Sanders did stop, got the wing fixed. He is on the prime tires. He is good to go to the finish, at least on the tire changes, that is. He might have to make an extra stop depending on when he did stop, considering maybe might not be able to make that mileage work. But currently he's in P12. We want to shoot back up to the front. Caleb Bency there, reeling in his teammate, Matt Houston. We are lapping up to P16 rather rapidly here. And for the Seifert fan club, there he is. He is just crossing the start-finish line now. He's about 5.5 seconds behind our current leader. Kind of stuck behind, was stuck behind some lap traffic there for a moment. Clear sailing. I believe that's Brian Kennedy right behind him. P3 is Liam Quinn. Pretty much he's broken away. He is all by himself. He has his teammate Austin, the 07, right behind him. Just out of picture, you see right there is Isaac Snyder. Actually, Austin had an issue, and he looks like he made a pit stop at lap 19. Not sure if that was scheduled or not, but he is in the middle of heavy traffic at the moment. Of course, Laguna Seca, a staple on the IndyCar schedule. It's been there forever. Used to be, for the longest time, the race that would be at the end of the season, determine the champion. The facility opened in 1957. Indy cars have been there at least since the mid-'80s. They've been visiting there. Current IndyCar track record is held by Helio Castroneves in a 2000 Renard. The 107.7, as we saw those laps were being turned here during qualification. So at least the IR18s are agreeable to the track record here. Still watching Osman as he is working his way around lots of traffic at the moment. Let's go to the rear of the field, give some track time. There's Austin Silva still in the pits. There's Yoshikawa. We'll watch him as he's coming in for a regularly scheduled pit stop. He is on the currently the alt tires. Crew goes to work up on the pneumatic jacks. Down and away, and he is still on the alt. So it looks like he is going to do one more stop, and will run the primes to the end. Here's JJ Wang coming into the corkscrew area right behind Neil Lusher. Wang in P30. Started 29th, just trying to run a clean race. All you can do, log laps, log laps. P29 is Dory there. Oh, car going wide, not sure who that is. Was that Adam Wright? Yes, that was Adam Wright in the 87. So he's trying to recollect here. Getting past 4th position by Matt Houston. Lost it a little deeper than he wanted to going into the corkscrew. Currently he is on the primes. He is coming in, probably had enough of those tires. Probably going to stop and go with a new set of primes at the very least. Might actually go at the reds. We'll follow him into the pits this time. Currently P16, started 23rd. Down and away. Sticking to the primes for the 87, currently down to P17. P28, here's Neil Lusher at the bottom of the hill, coming in the 10, currently with J.J. Wang right behind him. Right behind them is Gavin Sanders in P12. Oh, J.J. with a big wiggle there on their acceleration there, going down the main straight. Logan Spath, right, actually is quite a ways ahead. He's actually already into the back portion of the racetrack now, coming into turn 5. Right in front of him is Dakota the Maid. Dakota currently in the top 10 now on P6. Here's Chris Valenzuela. He's currently in P26. This is a battle for positions, folks. It's a battle for position between Valenzuela and Christopher Kresge and the RAL sponsored car. The old red, white, and blue, kind of reminiscent of the old Domino's Hot One, or maybe the Nortel car, winner of Arie Luyendyk of the 97 Indy 500. Go up a little bit further. Watch Kresge here in the 777. Is that Jeff Groff in front of him? No, that's Jeff Groff right there in the 25th. Yeah. Hans Schlegel sitting in the pits there with an extended pit stop. It's like he has some damage that he is having addressed there. So Kresge gets around, he will get that position. That's Chris. Okay, that's Chris Summerall. Car spinning off of 11. That might have been Cody Claiborne. How do you sponsor a race? Excellent question. Get you in contact with the FIS admins. Best thing to do, I believe, if you search out the series on iRacing, the link will give you a link to their Discord. And you want to hit up the admins there. That would be Dakota the Maid and Matt Houston, and they'd be happy to help you through sponsoring a race. I believe they still have a number of events that still need some sponsorship, so I'm sure that your patronage will be most appreciated. Two cars entering pit road at the moment. There's Dakota the Maid and Cody Claiborne, P4, P5. Liam Quinn was running them both down. Yeah, there's Christian Jasper. He could help you out as well. Oh, Cody's going to get the position on Dakota. Not sure why Dakota's stop was a little bit longer. Wasn't watching, maybe he missed his marks. I'll have to reel in Cody. Get back up to the front. Oh, car going wide. That is Logan. Oh my goodness. That almost got Cody, the leader. Whew. A moment of levity. Caleb Benzie skirts on by one of his fellow Ohio drivers. We'll have to ask him about that one if he makes the post-race interview here. I think right behind him is Brian Kennedy. There he is in that PRI car. 25 of now 26 of 56. I want to thank everybody for watching from home. This is race first coverage of the PRI Formula Indy Series Round 3 at WeatherTech Raceway, otherwise known affectionately as Laguna Seca. I'm Gary with Race First coverage of all season long that we'll be covering the action here on the PRI Formula Indy Series. We are currently right now at the Sunset Arctic Grand Prix of Laguna Seca. Coming up next on the schedule, if you're interested, Kapow, there you go. Next week we go back overseas, back to Italy. So they go Indy, Italy, California, then back to Italy, then back to California. Really, this was a real life schedule. The travel agents would be throwing a fit right now. But we are going to, of course, we completed Indianapolis. That was Julian Altina with the win there. Last week, Nate with the win at Monza. Right now, Laguna Seca. We're about halfway through there. We go back to Imola. We're 41 laps there, and then on the 21st, going to be an interesting one at Auto Club Speedway, the big 2-mile super speedway back in Fontana. 125 laps, a half distance, a 500-mile race. And it is going to be throwback to 2012 to 2015 IndyCar paint jobs, so liveries. So we're going to see all those liveries of not so old, but maybe some will ring a bell if you've forgot them after a while. Here's Brian Kennedy, made the pit stop, PRI car. We'll get back up to the front there. We'll check out Liam Quinn in P3. He is pretty much by himself with his teammate right behind him. Hey, we don't want to knock on the effort that this guy's done right here. Alex Vanasant up to P5. VDS working his way up. Last time we saw him early, he was like in the high top 20s there. Near the top 10. Now he's in the low top 10. Now he's in the mid top 10. He is slowly reeling these guys in. This is all for position for P3. This is 3rd, 4th, and 5th right now on the racetrack coming into the Andretti hairpin. Alex, the current reigning and defending champion of the Velocity Online Racing Series. They race on Saturdays at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And he's also probably, if the math works out, here's a battle for 3rd, by the way. Let's get back here. If the math works out, he'll probably be the champion of the Daredevil Turbo Series over in the Reddit League as well. The PM18 series they run there. 3 cars, one on top of the other. Alt, and I'm not sure what Alex is running in terms of tires. Alex also on the alt, so we have all alt tires right here in this pack. Going back up to Liam Quinn. You know the two teammates are going to race themselves as cleanly as possible. But right now, maybe Austin holding back a little bit to keep Alex at bay. A PC2 going on. Not sure on that one. Let's pop on over here to Alex and let's ride along with him on the roll bars. He runs these guys down as we are downhill. Turn 9, turn 10 right now. Little bit of room is generated between himself and Austin. Coming into the final turn, turn 11. Car off there. That looked like that might have been the 87 again of Adam Wright. Having a bit of a rough race. Nick Goyette getting past there on the main straight, I believe. P15. Currently top 14 are on the lead lap. We'll take a ride along here with Alex. See there and there on the bottom of your screen his PI readout on his wheel. 3rd gear, 2nd gear. That's an interesting turn right there with the way that that little road dips. It can launch your car right off into the kitty litter. Oh! Liam, a little bit of a defensive line going into the corkscrew. Heard the dirt get kicked up underneath the car there of Alex. And then turn 10, turn 11. Go up, let's watch Austin as he tries to run down his teammate here. Push to pass, that's what the green border around the PRI readout there says. That's what it signifies. Oh, outside. Wow, that was a real deep break. Didn't have the preferred position, tried it anyways. Oh, Project Cars. Okay. No, this is all iRacing. This is all no Project Cars or anything like that here. This is all on the iRacing service, as you see the little bug in the lower left corner. If you haven't checked out iRacing and you got the PC that can run it. Actually, iRacing's been around a while. It doesn't really require a super powerful PC. Of course, just like any current modern video game, the more resources you throw at it, the better it's going to look, of course. We ride another lap here with Austin. Let's go up forward to Liam and let's take a look out the gearboxes. He is getting stocked here for third place. This is the best battle on the racetrack right now. But iRacing is a monthly subscription. You can also get it for 3 months or for an entire year. Of course, discounts apply if you decide to pick one of the longer plans. You get a series of free tracks and free cars at first. Then as you expand your racing experience, you can buy other cars and other tracks. Laguna Seca is one of the free tracks that actually you get when you join the service. The IR18 is not a free car. You have to buy that. Cars and tracks tend to range between $10 and $15. For current ones, they do have what they call legacy versions. Those are typically cars and tracks that are older on the service that are no longer being updated, and they tend to range from $3 to $5. But once you buy them, you own them. If they make any updates to the tracks, such as at Daytona when they added the Cup road course there, you actually are upgraded automatically, and you'll get that. Back up front, Caleb Bency is under attack by Seifert. Let's hear the fan club roar as he is reeling him in right now. And we are going. This is now the battle that we want to watch. This is the battle of first place and for the championship. So we are going to keep it right here. Lap 33 of 56. You're watching race first coverage of the PRI Formula Indy Series. It's the Sunset Arctic Grand Prix of Laguna Seca here at WeatherTech Raceway. Taking a look on the inside, gonna take a peek, sends it down there a little bit, keeps it just off the gearbox and contact of Caleb. Good car control for Nate. Imagine Nate and both Caleb are looking at opportunities to hit that push to pass. Actually, Nate has only used it once. Nate has used it 3 times. Caleb has only used it once. Right at the halfway point, coming up to probably about another set of pit stops here in about 10 laps or so. See how the strategies pan out. Yeah, if you're new to iRacing and you're watching this and you caught your eye, IndyCar, of course, has all sorts of different leagues that you can join. Formula Indy Series is one of them, the Reddit IndyCar League, which is another one we cover here. Velocity Online Racing is another one that I cover as well. A lot of them, varying degrees of skill sets in there. Some deep skill set fields, such as this one. Nate taking a look on the inside, going into turn 3. Of course, you do not have to compete in the leagues. You can always compete in the official races held every week by iRacing. This week, Indy Fixed. When I say Indy Fixed, it just means it has a fixed setup that you cannot change other than with the cool tools on the car. We can explain the tools here in a little bit if people are interested in learning more about that. But the Indy Fixed, you get a fixed qual and a fixed race setup, and everyone's kind of racing against each other with the same platform, so to speak. That way, this week they are at Pocono. And Indy Open, there's an Indy Open division where you can actually adjust your setups as you see fit, kind of the a la old IndyCar racing 1 and 2 days. I believe that's Munoz there leading the leaders on by. And they're racing at Pocono this week. Then there's the Lara Dash Series, which is more of a for fun series. It doesn't earn you any rating or points on your license for iRacing. That's racing the DW12, which is a free car on the surface. That's the old, well, technically speaking, the DW12, you're looking at the current iteration of the DW12 and the IR18. IR18 basically is a DW12 with just a new aero kit slapped onto the side. That's what you're looking at there. Alex Van de Sant, there at P10, and he's got the leader starting to hunt him down. We were just running on with him. Must have had a pit stop. Before you did that, he had an episode. Kresge leading the leaders around. They're lapping up to now. The top 10 are the only cars left on the lead lap. So you can race the DW12, which was the cars they used, or at least the configuration of cars they used between 2012 and 2017. Ooh, going wide into the dirt there. That's going to cost them a little time. Probably sees those guys coming up on the relative in the rearview mirror and wants to get a head on here. Austin Espedy in the pits from P6. He is done. Back onto the alts at lap 37. And the Lara Dash races tend to be shorter. Like this week they're at Indianapolis, 10 laps. I think there's a fast repair and some other stuff and no cautions and a little bit of comedy of errors if you choose to run that. The IndyCar running very healthy here on the iRacing service. You can race IndyCar on any one of the tracks too in the service. I think including the new hill climb. I have not tried that. And I don't know what IndyCar will run on the dirt tracks. I haven't not tried that. But if you want to race an IndyCar at Talladega, you can. If you want to race a stock car at Laguna Seca, you can. Laps to go, coming to 17 laps to go. Still a stop to go here for these two leaders. Might be a battle of who's faster on pit road. Oh, we have a big, just a huge traffic jam going there in the Andretti hairpin. Alex was part of that. He had to take evasive maneuver right in front of the leaders, and he's going to let him go. Going wide there, along with Yoshikawa. Yoshikawa is now in P11. I believe he might be up to P9 there after that move. No, Yoshikawa is 2 laps down, so he's the first car 2 laps down. So let's go through the field. We want to take a look at the front there as the battle still continues as he gets in the back of him. That is contact into the, and that's going to be contact into the barrier. Both Nate and Caleb go into, and here comes Liam Quinn. Liam Quinn's going to capitalize. Oh, Caleb not knowing if he has... They both have to hit pit road. That is pit road right there. Caleb's got it damage. Liam Quinn is now your leader. Oh, I wonder how that's going to plan out after the race. Let's take a look on pit road. Here comes Caleb. He's going to have to get a new wing. He'll get the resets. Nate, I'm sure, did not want to make contact there. He's going to have some damage undoubtedly. New wing slapped on there. Going on to the primes. Down and away. Both Nate getting a good run. Giving a little extra room there on the rejoin. Sure, he already has... Caleb probably already had a couple choice words already for that incident in the hairpin. So now your leader is Liam Quinn. And here's Dan Piazza. We haven't really talked about Dan much today. He was on the provisional pole for a while. I don't think he took the green flag. At least I didn't see him grid up. And he is... Isaac Steiner going wide into the corkscrew there. A lot of these tires are starting to get well worn. Let's see if Isaac makes that run to pit road. Started 12th, currently up to 3rd. Dan Piazza was your provisional pole sitter. I don't think we saw him grid, but he is currently P1. There are a number of cars that started from the pit, so that probably wasn't a bad strategy. In fact, I've done these starting from the pits before, even on rolling starts, and if it pays off, it pays off, and it must have paid off really for him. So there was Isaac Snyder in P3. We'll go look at him again. Right behind him is Caleb Bency. There's about 15 seconds between those two. But all these guys at the front still have to pit, I believe. So we are up to P8 as the last car in the lead lap. There's Alex Vandesant, VDS. He currently is P8, last car on the lead lap. There's Yoshikawa, who is second car 1 lap down, right behind him. Let's go through who's left on the running on the track right now. JJ Wang currently P29, still running, still turning laps. 8 laps down, but that's okay, man. Keep turning those laps. Keep chugging away. The more laps you turn, the more practice, better your skill set gets. Trust me, I've been there. I'm still doing it. Neil Lusher currently looks like he got a tow. He is done for the day. He is in P29. So JJ Wang is P27. Gavin Sanders just keeps going from bad to worse. He is currently on pit road. P26, extended stop. He might be done for the day. Up in P24, there's Rodrigo Munoz. He is 4 laps down. Really, if Gavin can get going, he can make up a couple spots. But it looks like he might be done for the day. Adam Wright, currently still rolling. He is P23 and making up time still as he goes through turns 3 and 4 right here. Matt Houston down to P22, and he is facing a damaged right front. He is going to have to make pit road here. Something happened that we just missed. I don't know if he's seeing what we're seeing. Another car spinning off one of the Driveline Sim Sports. That might have been Cody Claiborne. Yeah, that was Cody Claiborne. Let's go back to Matt Houston with that right front askew. I'm not sure if he's just going to rough it out, or he doesn't know it. If it's one of those things that iRacing showing us one thing and he's seeing another. It does sound like it's impacting his pace. Let's go ahead and even from the roll bar, it is a skew at right front. It cannot be good. Let's go to P20. There's Dory right in front of him, and that is Christopher Hill, P12, right in front of him, coming to turn 11. Probably a good time to talk more about PRI. We're going to go side by side, and we will take this to the finish.
Are you suffering from apexitis? Do you often miss the podium when you know you could be on it? Are you not reaching your full potential as a driver? Ask your doctor if construction is right for you. Side effects may include, but are not limited to, winning more races, faster lap times, better car control, better racecraft, finishing on the podium. For faster lap times, ask your doctor today about construction.
We're back. About 44.56. Piazza currently is your leader. We will take you up to the front and show you our current leader as he has gone around Liam Quinn. As Neil Lusher off into the dirt there on the overrun of the Andretti hairpin. I believe both these guys are still going to have to pit. Could be wrong. Normally I have an overlay that tells me that too. Let's go through your top 10 real quick. It's Dan Piazza, P1, Liam Quinn, P2, Caleb Benzie, P3, Nate Seifert, he is in P4, Austin Espedy, he is in P5. He has been pretty much hovering around that position all day long, so it's a good consistency in his part. Isaac Snyder, starting from in 12th or 13th, I believe, has moved his way up to 6th. He's been there pretty much all day. Good consistency in his part as well. P6. Dakota DeMade, P7. Alex Van de Sant, P8. And he is the last car on the lead lap. A little bit of tire smoke from Don Piazza as he braked pretty hard going there into the Andretti hairpin. Down to 10 to go as next time by. Still lots can happen. There you go. The battle, we might want to take a look here, is Alex Van de Sant and Dakota DeMay. They just passed for position there. Alex was about a lap down a little while ago, and the incident between Nate and Caleb allowed him to get back on the lead lap, and he is now pretty safely in that little lead lap bubble here now as the laps run down. He's got Goyette right in front of him there. Goyette currently running in 17th as he started 28th. So a pretty good rise to the top for Goyette, or a rise to the mid-pack at least. This consistency pays. Lots of smoke going through the corkscrew. Lots of tire marks. A lot of drivers are going to be thinking back later tonight, kicking themselves about that incident they had in the corkscrew one way or another. And the cars are very hard to drive there because first of all, at the top of the hill, as the car goes down, the back end gets light. It tends to unload a little bit. We got cars on pit road. Looks like Austin Espedy, there he is. He is back onto the alts. The leader, one of the former leader, Nate, and that's not good. Something happened, and we got to rewind and find out exactly what happened here. This might have been a tow. Yes, it was. And, okay. That's where some of those marks, tire marks. Oh, he goes wide, comes back on. Oh, Austin gets him. So that's the reason for the pit stop. Okay. So let's get back to live TV here as we're rounding down the laps here. Fortunately, last week's winner, it's not going to repeat, and it's going to take a hit in the points championship. Still early. Only round 3, going back to a big Formula One track next week at Imola. Then the big oval at Fontana. Pit road speed limit here, I believe, is 45. Liam skirting through the dirt there as the corkscrews got himself a 2-second lead over Caleb Bency. Yeah, not sure if he has a pit. He might not have to at this point. He's might have conserved, but he is being quickly ran down by Caleb. Take a look here at Caleb. This is going to be your battle for the win right here. 8 laps to go. Team talent versus team race first. As he runs him down, let's take a look at those team point standings one more time. FBR is going to take a hit. Raceverse looks like they are going to capitalize pretty well, even though Matt Houston is looking at he's in the top 20 still. Old Dogs, they are going to look at a pretty good finish as well with Piazza and P3. Kamagoye is going to take a hit with Gavin Sanders relegated to 28th. Again, another bad finish on his part. Just a rough start to the season. Rough start to the season for the defending series champion. And Julian Altena did not make the start today. Pack East is going to suffer a little bit because only one of their drivers is making the start. Christian Jasper missed the start today for one reason or another. Not sure why, but he is missed. Normally he is part of the lineup. Backfire North might just make some points up there because of consistency. So that is your points championship for your teams. Caleb was reeling in Liam. I don't think that is really going to get much better, but Matt Houston, this is the teammate of Caleb Bency, is immediately in front of, with a damaged car, whether he sees this or not, in front of Liam Quinn. Will he prevent? No, he's going to move to the inside and allow Liam on through. That's probably the best thing right there. And he's probably going to move to the inside and allow Caleb on through. Caleb was reeling him in, but it looks like Caleb is now falling to 3 seconds back. Unless something happens to Quinn, but we've seen it happen here. As I saw a purple car off into the gravel there for a second, I almost thought that was Quinn. That was Yoshikawa with the Spratty, Team Spratty livery there. I thought for a second that he went off. I was like, oh my goodness. But Liam Quinn is currently, unless something befuddles him, he's going to be surfing his way onto a victory here at Laguna Seca. Adds to wins that he had last year at in the series. If you want to get faster, PRI will train you. PRI is the title sponsor of the Formula Indy Series. That's precision racing instruction. PRI will train you to be the best driver you can be. They have 21 plus years of professional racing experience. You can check them out on Facebook and Instagram for their contact details. Hit them up today. That's PRI, Precision Racing Instruction. They are the title sponsor of the Formula Indy Series for Season 2. We're down to 5 laps to go. If you're just joining us, it has been an interesting battle at the front. A lot of incidents, probably some avoidable contacts. Going to see some penalties probably get shaken out of this. I don't think anything you saw at the front was malicious. I think a lot of it was just racing, really. But it's definitely shook up the podium here, and it's going to shake up the points championship as well for the teams and the drivers. But we are 5 laps to go here at the Sunset Arctic Grand Prix of Laguna Seca here at WeatherTech Raceway. And we are getting ready to wrap this race up here. Now 4 to go for round 3 of the PRI Formula Indy Series. Next week we head to Imola. Actually, not next week, because we're going to get a week off, and then we'll go to Imola. If you like, a week from now, just join me on Captain TV and watch me at Pocono. Every now and then, yours truly hops in a car. I need to hop in a car more often. There is your leader getting around, Christopher Hill there in the PRI-sponsored car. Hill in P8. Team Talent looking at a Team Talent type of day. They got the win yesterday in the strength of field race in the Indy Open at Pocono. They're looking at another win right now here in the Formula Indy Series. On the cusp, 3 laps to go for your leader, Liam Quinn, Jedi Master. Negotiating the Andretti hairpin there. A lot of dirt down there. A lot of dirt in a lot of these corners. Doesn't take much for a car to do an off. Got a 4.5 second, 4.6 second lead. He doesn't really need the push. I think Caleb has pretty much relegated himself to a P2. A pretty safe P2 at this point. Dan Piazza, P3. Let's take a look at him. He's just through the Andretti hairpin into turns 3 and 4, coming into 4 right here. Started first, going to probably finish third. Isaac Snyder right behind him. Isaac started 12th, finished up to 4th right now. He's got Dan in sight. Here's Alex. Alex, the traffic and the luck has just been working in his favor, been coming back to him. VDS is now P5, and he has worked his way up from P33. That's right, you're seeing that right. P5 to P33. This man has probably earned probably a shower after this, but certainly a beverage of his choice. The defending, current and reigning defending champion of the Velocity Online Racing Series probably is looking at a championship in the Daredevil Turbo Series at Gateway on Thursday, but a solid top 5 today. Austin Espedy there, started 6th. Probably looks like he's finishing 6th here with 2 laps to go. Dakota DeMade up, started 13th, lucky number, and currently worked his way up to 7th. He is the first car 1 lap down. Running in that title sponsor of the events car. Back up to the front. Adam Wright leading the leader by in that 87 flat black and looks like military gray. White flag in the air for your leader, Liam Quinn. think Liam's got the purple lap, if I'm not mistaken. 108.056. So, oh, he spins coming off of the corner. He spins coming off to the corner. Here comes Caleb. Caleb's going to walk by. He's going to go into the corkscrew. All he needs to do is keep it between the lines for these last couple of turns, and he's going to have an unbelievable come from behind victory after getting damage going into the corkscrew by Nate Seifert. He's going to come ahead with a win here. 2 more turns to go. Here comes Caleb Binsey with the improbable win. Wow, what do you know? Caleb Binsey with the improbable win here at Laguna Seca. Liam Quinn gotta be kicking himself right now. P2, I can't imagine he's too happy. I don't blame him. Dan Piazza coming in through P3. Wow. Wow, that is unbelievable. As we've had some finishes here before in this series, I've never seen one like that. Never. Let's take a look at the final results before we jump into the interview channels and see what they have to say. There is your final standings. Caleb Binsey is your winner. Liam Quinn, P2. Dan Piazza, P3. Isaac Snyder, P4. Alex Vanasant, P5. Austin Espity, P6. Dakota DeMade, P7. Christopher Hill, P8. Brian Kennedy with a good solid top 10. Nate Seifert, disappointing. I'm going to say disappointing, but he might be happy that it's his top 10. It might actually save their team championship point effort right there with that top 10. Jeff Groff, P11. And a solo effort for Pac East. Yoshikawa, P12. Zelnick, P13. Valenzuela, P14. And Goyette rounding out the top 15. Let's get down to the next page here. Hugo Gallas, P16. Matt Houston, the boss man, P17. Dory, P18. Claiborne had a rough second half of the race. Did salvage a top 20. But he was in the top 10 most of the day, P19, and Summerall, P20. Your top 25, Wright, Kresge, Munoz, Wang, and Lusher. Your top 30, Heyman, Herman, Sanders, your defending champion, Munoz, Schlegel, and Spath. Moving on to the next page, your remainder of the field, top 36. John Silva, 31. Flaum, 32nd. Nunamaker, 33rd. Baldwin, 34th. Ball, 35. Reardon, 35th. And Donchek, 36th. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That was an amazing finish. Amazing finish. So right now, I don't see Dan or Liam. Frankly, if I was Liam, I'd be a little hot, so I might want to give myself a minute or two if I'm going to jump into an interview with somebody. But we got some time. Let's go ahead and pull down your winner, Caleb Binsey. Bam, here he is. The improbable becomes probable. First of all, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the contact with Nate at the top of the hill. And then tell me about the rest of your race, and we'll save the last lap here for last. Oh, I'm on mute. There, I gotta take myself off mute. The improbable becomes probable at the end there, man. I got 2 questions for you. The first, the elephant in the room, is the contact with Nate at the top of the hill, and your thoughts there, and then the rest of your race, and then we'll save the last lap for last. So go ahead, man. It's all yours.
Wow, yeah. Yeah, the start was as good as it could have been. Heard there's a lot of carnage behind, and just had a good pace right off the bat. Like I feel like that when we first took the green off, just because it was warmer out or what, but I feel like I really had no cold tires whatsoever. So I feel like I was really able to get up to pace and push pretty hard without feeling like I was going to wreck it. But it felt really, really good that first stint. And then the second stint, a little cautious in the pit road, probably lost a second or two, and then just kept catching lap cars at the wrong time, and then there I just wasn't. Cold tires were a lot worse and wasn't really ready for that. So Nate was able to catch there, and then after that I was able to get my pace back up, but by that point it was a little too late. So it's just about managing. I wasn't really too worried. A couple times a little bit of snap out of the corner, but he was close, and then I don't know what set that up. I think I got past the lap car and then pushed a little wide to the next corner, but got a run, and I don't know, I broke where I broke the last 30 laps before that, and he just went straight through the back of me. So I don't know, probably just too focused on like what's ahead and not really looking for your own breaking point. But I don't know, frustrating. It's really easy to lock up there, so if you miss it by a little bit, you miss it big time. So that was frustrating, obviously, but yeah, I mean, from there just had to go on the blacks for a lot longer than I wanted, but just try to do the best I could. It's so hard to push on those tires; they just have no grip. But
well,
from there,
it looked like you were at that final stint. It looked like you were reeling in Quinn for a while, and you got it down to about 2.5, 2.4 seconds. And then either the tires went away, or you're just having bad luck hitting traffic, and he just kind of pulled away. Were you just kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna be, knowing the conditions and just seeing how everyone was squirrely off of just about every turn on this entire facility today, we resigned to a second place finish at that point, and then voila, the seas open up, and you come around the corner there and turn, I believe it was turn 6, and you see him sideways. What are you thinking?
Honestly, I wasn't really saving. The tires definitely have a peak like around the middle of the stint towards the end, somewhere in that range. So I had already hit mine on the blacks, and he was relatively fresh on reds, probably getting up to speed. So that's when I was really gaining on him, even though I had the blacks, which were much slower. But once his reds came in for him, I had no shot. I was just still pushing because I actually felt pretty comfortable still. But yeah, I just kept going and came around turn 6 and saw him sliding there. And yeah, I mean, nothing really else to say there, but it's so easy. As you could probably see through all the attrition throughout the race, it's so easy to clip a curb wrong. I mean, you miss the apex by 3 inches, you miss the exit curbing by 3 inches, and you're in the gravel, and then you're spinning. Like, it just, with how fast some of these corners are, it's so easy to mess up. So, knew that was a possibility. I guess that's why I was still pushing. But, yeah, I pretty happy to still get that win. I feel like I had a really good shot before the first incident. So, to still be rewarded with that and come home with that is it's pretty awesome.
I'm going to guess, and you mentioned it already in the interview, but I'm going to guess that lap traffic is going to be the topic of discussion amongst the league. It wasn't really an issue last week because of Monza and its size and the passing net zones. It was a bit of an issue at Indianapolis. Going to Imola, it probably will be an issue at Imola if we're having 30 to 40 cars. Personally, you like to see an IndyCar league or any type of league here on the service that's able to get 30 to 40 people that are willing to take the time to be a competitor. Do you think at some point, though, that maybe if you look at a real IndyCar race that was here, maybe the mid-20s they get up to, but they never ever got up to 30, and they certainly never got past 30 here. Do you think that maybe for an IndyCar race there might have been too many cars here, that there maybe should have been a limit, or the more the merrier?
So I do think there was too many, but I also don't know if we should limit, because I mean, it is a league, it's supposed to be fun and stuff, but I don't know, I just think little spatial awareness in terms of like what corner you're approaching and how narrow and how slow, I don't know, that person may be through that corner, because you just get stuck. And then there were some people that are indecisive that like chopped across my nose in the final corner, like stuff like that. Like I don't know, it's just more of like knowing where you're at, what corner you're approaching, what's the best way to let people buy.
A little more
Without-
attention to paying attention to the relative, and a little
Yeah.
less attention to not getting past, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And then I think in some ways too, there's a lot of mirror watching, which like obviously you have to, but attacking a corner too hard when I get close to them or something like that, just to try and stay ahead before a corner. Just when in doubt, probably best to let me buy or whatever, or let anyone buy, not just me. But I'm speaking from experience, I guess, from this race, because there was a few times it was bad.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
the
it looked
amount
like you guys were on top of lap traffic, like really quick. I mean, inside of maybe 10 laps, you guys were starting to. And I did notice that a number of cars started from the pits, which probably wasn't a bad strat if you think about it. But that probably got you on top of a number of cars, or rather a bit more earlier. And I also think a rolling start probably would have maybe been a little bit later. Catching some of those guys if it was a rolling start versus a standing start, but still, you guys were almost seemingly on top of these guys almost immediately.
Plenty of people, like a lot of them are fine too. Like I'm not worried about how many cars like you catch or have to lap. Like as long as they're respectful, like plenty of guys got out of the way or didn't fight hard when I like stuck a nose out, like just stuff like that. That helps a ton. So.
I always say that racers have long memories, and we always remember the ones that allow us by, and then we always remember the ones that don't, and we're like, when I'm having my bad day and this guy wants it around me, I'm going to make my back end as wide as possible.
I could probably go through and list and know exactly who's who, but yeah.
Well, we'll save that level of drama maybe for ratings later in the season if we need it. But man, congratulations. When it's your day, man. And I know one of your other teammates, Dakota, always says, man, Caleb always has the best luck. And once again, it was shining upon you today, coming out of turn 6.
I just want to say, that is the first thing he said once I crossed the line on the chat. And second of all, I said, well, it wasn't very lucky when I got drilled through the rear while leading. So I'm going to say it leveled out today.
I think it depends on when luck finally shines upon you. If you didn't have any good luck after the bad luck, then unfortunately you had bad luck today. But the good luck overshadowed the bad luck, and everything tends to forget about after that. But not quite our own version of the past, but definitely our own version of impossible becomes probable at the end as you pass Liam Quinn in the last lap due to a spin coming out of turn 6. So congratulations, you got a week off. I'd say you definitely earned it. Take a rest, and we'll move on to Imola here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, thanks. Obviously, thanks to you and Race First putting on a broadcast, and Fawn & Fanny, Sunset Arctic Games for sponsoring the race with Dakota and everything. So,
and we got the fam. We got the fam in the chat here, so they're pretty happy too.
I can imagine. Thanks to everyone who's watching.
Well, there you go. Shouts and everything for our winner today, Caleb Bency. P1 took the white flag P2 and finished at top of the charts here at the end of 125 miles here at Laguna Seca. Congrats, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. Enjoy the break.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Well, let's bring down Dan, who is in the waiting room. Hello, Dan. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Hey, Dan. P3. I did not see you grid, though. Did you start from the pits?
Yeah. First of all, sorry for my bad English. I try to do my best, but please speak slowly and simple for me. But yeah, I have to start from the pit, and I see on my left a mess because it was also difficult to exit from the pit because I have 3 cars in front of me. I have to slalom between them. And then I go on the track, but really I don't know how many passes I have to do in this race. But yeah, I'm happy because I start in the first race with I finish the first race with 5th position, then 4th position, finally a podium. So I'm happy for this. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure it's first of many podiums, and you get the week off, and next week you're going to, I guess, another home track of yours at Imola.
Yeah.
How have you driven the IndyCar on Imola, and what do you think of the IndyCar on Imola?
Oh well, I usually I like a lot very track with a lot of turns.
Okay.
And I don't like, for example, Monza. I live in Monza. Yes, it's my home track really, but I don't like it very much.
So Monza's your home track. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I work, I believe, 3 kilometers far away from the track. So
Oh, okay.
It's fantastic.
That is pretty cool. Indianapolis is my home track. I live just a little north of Indianapolis.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I've always one of these days I'll have to make it on the bucket list to go see Monza. And if you're in Monza, everybody check out Dan. He's only 3 kilometers from the track. Party at Dan's house. First podium. So very much congratulations. And unfortunately,
Yeah.
you get the pole position. You get the credit for that.
Yeah.
Because you started from the pits. We don't know how many cars you passed, so we'll have to probably go back and look and see how many cars you passed. But let's just say, for the sake of this interview, you passed a lot. Did you have any close moments on the track with all those cars?
Yeah,
Because I know lap traffic. I know
uh,
lap traffic was a big issue for Caleb. Caleb was saying lap
Yeah.
traffic was very difficult.
Yeah, I have some scaring moment, very scary moment with some. I believe I don't know. I don't remember the name of the driver, but I believe that's a rookie because he moved in front of me to the left, to the right, and it was very scary to understand where I have to put my front tires. But I believe that to remain calm and to think only how to manage the next turn was probably the key, not to have incident and to reach finally the podium.
Yeah, survival, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Well, congratulations on your first podium. Congratulations on surviving. You, sir, have earned yourself probably a rest and a favorite beverage of your choice. So please enjoy your night, the rest of your night, or it's probably getting very early in the morning where you're at. So please enjoy the rest of your day. Get some rest. And,
yes.
Go ahead.
In the next 3 hours, I have to go to my first day of work. So
First day of work is a new job?
No. I'm a school principal.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Yeah, and tomorrow in Italy we start the school. So at 9 o'clock. So in the next 4 hours, I will have the meeting with all my teachers. So.
Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, my mom was a school teacher for 35 years here in Indianapolis. So
Okay.
I take my hat off to you. You got a very hard job, sir. So we'll let you get your rest here in the next 4 hours. But before we let you go, is there anybody that you would like to say hi to? Sponsors, family, shout outs, anything that you want to say hi to?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Do you have any sponsors that you'd like to tell anybody about or say hi to?
No. I want only to thank the sponsor of these last 3 races. Yes, very very thankful. But no, I have no sponsor and no.
Okay,
That's
all
all.
right. Well, congratulations, Principal Dan, with a 3rd place finish here at Laguna Seca. Tomorrow's a school day in Monza, so everybody go to bed, and we'll see you in the morning. We'll see you here in about 2 weeks when the series goes to Imola. Congrats, and have a good day.
Thanks very much.
Bye-bye. Well, that's it. Wow, you learn something about everybody if you talk to them long enough here on the broadcast. That's cool. Yeah, I knew he was from Italy, and that's a Piazza. I guess I should have expected that. I just love it. That's awesome. That's great. Guys from Monza. That's the principal. That's awesome. That's totally awesome. I wonder if he's. I don't know if how common the name Piazza is. I wonder if he's related to Mike Piazza with the old catcher for the Dodgers and Mets. But I'll ask him that question for another time. He might have no idea who that is, though. Let's go ahead and do the wrap up here with tonight. Just do the standings one more time, and we'll set you up for a week off before we move to Imola. Caleb Bency is your surprise winner. Liam Quinn, I don't blame him if he's a little upset tonight. I really don't. Dan Piazza, we just heard from, and P3 in a couple hours, starting a school day there in the school system there in near Monza. Isaac Snyder, P4. Alex Van de Sant, P5. Espity, P6. DeMade, P7. Christopher Hill, P8. Kennedy, P9. And Seifert, P10. Your top 15s: Groff, Yoshikawa, Zelnick, Valenzuela, and Goyette. We can get to the button here to advance everything. 16th through 20th, your top 20th: Gallus, Houston, Ricciuti, and again, we'll have to get that name right. I believe that might be Dan's teammate. Claiborne and Summerall. Top 25 is Wright, Kresge, Munoz, Wang, Lusher. Top 30: Herman, Sanders, Munoz, Schlegel, and Spath. And rounding out the remainder of our 36-car field: Silva, Flaum, Nunemaker, Baldwin, Ball, Reardon, and Donchek. As mentioned, we do have the week off. And then we will go to Imola. Then we'll do Auto Club. A lot of going back and forth between the West Coast and Europe. Because Indianapolis, Europe, West Coast, Europe, West Coast, Europe, West Coast, Europe, and then back to the East Coast. I'm telling you, if this was a real schedule, the team's travel people will be throwing a fit. But a great diverse schedule put together here by the admins. You've seen the first third of the series is done, or almost done. We go to Imola, then Auto Club, only Oval, Red Bull Ring, Long Beach, Zolder. First visit to Zolder, first visit to VIR, and then Interlagos. We haven't been to Interlagos since we did a exhibition race there to round out the season. We did an exhibition race there to start pre-season 1, actually, and that was a pretty good race. So that is the remainder of the schedule. We'll have updated points and everything for you next broadcast. Next broadcast, as you see, is the 14th. Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll probably pick up about 8:45 for qualifying. You'll see the drop of the green flag at 9, and we will take her all the way to the checkered flag. Want to thank everybody for joining us. Want to thank PRI for being the title sponsor for this season. Want to thank Sunset Arctic for being the title sponsor of today's race from WeatherTech Raceway at Laguna Seca. Want to thank everybody for watching. Enjoy the week off. Everybody serving. Make sure to... we want to thank everybody serving. Godspeed. Come home safe with everything going on in the world. And everybody else, stay healthy. And we will catch you here in 2 weeks as we go to Imola. Everybody have a great night, good night, and we will see you then.